Yes. Do you see this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Do you see the screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah.
Oh,
Yeah. Match the following.
Alpha
Type 1 error.
type 1 error. Correct, sir.
Very good. The false positive. No, I did not. I forgot to ask you. What is positive and negative? Which one comes first?
Positive.
That's all. Now we match the following. Tell me. So alpha is matching with what? Type 1 error?
Type 1 error.
Type 1.
Very
Type
good.
1 error.
Alpha is matching with false positive or false negative?
False positive.
False positive. That's all. Forget about false. Right. Positive first. Then beta is matched with type 2 error.
Type 2
Beta
error.
is matched with false negative.
False
Clear?
negative. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So you'll never make a mistake. Right. Now, I'm going to ask you questions about you match any of these 8 items are there, match with descriptive or inferential statistics. I will ask you median, descriptive or inferential.
Descriptive.
Descriptive, mode,
In
Okay.
mode.
Descriptive.
descriptive. You are just finding out, no? You are finding out how many people are maximum
yes.
number of people.
Yes.
You are
yes,
collecting
yes.
and then giving. That is the maximum. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Variance,
Variance
Descriptive.
very good. Deviation,
descriptive, sir.
Descriptive.
that's all. All the 4 are descriptive. Now tell me probability distribution.
Inferential.
Inferential. Hypothesis testing.
Inferential.
Very good. Correlation analysis.
Inferential.
Inferential. Mean.
Mean is descriptive.
Descriptive, sir.
Very good. Very good. That's all. This is what I wanted to test and you have passed. 100 marks you have scored. Very good. Thank you. And then what we'll do is we'll go to the next slide. Now, this is how you are going to interpret the result. I have drawn the curve. This is inferential. Okay. What is that? We are doing inferential statistics. Now, this is the normal distribution curve with the mean 0, standard deviation 1. I have divided this area into 2 regions. One is rejection region. I can have this brown region on the right hand side also. That is to your left hand side. Okay.
Yes.
Can I give an example? Suppose I'll take this as a descriptive statistics. Mean is say 85 marks. And you are going to select a person. You are starting a new industry. You are going to select a fresh graduate. Now, people are coming, students are coming. Now, whom will you select? I am giving you options. Will you select a person who is scoring more than 50 and less than 80, or more than 80 or less than 50?
More than 50.
More than 50.
More
Very
than
good. Why are you not selecting a person who has scored more than 80? You are rejecting, no? More than 80 is brown region here. And less than 50, you already said because they are poor performers, you don't need it. You don't need them because they will not work for you. They will be fumbling with the work. Therefore, you are not selected. I understood the reason. But why are you not selecting this? Probably I will find out a reason because they may get other opportunities. They will quickly go away. Therefore, you don't want to select. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You have a reason. You are going to select a person who is scoring only 50 to 80, not more than 80, because that person is not going to stay with me for long. I want someone to be loyal and as well as intelligent. Therefore, I'm going to select a person who is scoring between 50 and 80. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So you have got brown region left hand side also. That is called, if it is not there, it is called one tail. If it is there, it is called two tail. Right? That is the thing. Now this is alpha region. Now this area I am fixing it as 5%, 0.05. That means 0.05. When I select a person and then if he is in this region, I will reject. When he is in this region, I will accept. So then I'm doing a test. I'm selecting a person, finding out that his position is here. So T test, right? This is here. Now tell me, I will going to accept or reject him.
Accept, sir.
Accept. That's all. This is acceptance region. This is rejection region. Now here, suppose the person I'm selecting is falling in this region. Will I accept or reject?
Reject, sir.
I'll reject, right? I will reject null hypothesis. So this is called hypothesis, null hypothesis. Null hypothesis, I will accept if it is falling here. If it is falling in this region, it is reject. Now, since I have fixed this alpha as 0.05, when it is here, what will be the p-value? will be lower than 0.05. Yes or no?
Yes.
Therefore, when the p-value is less than 0.05, I reject. When the p-value is more than 0.05, because this area is 0.05, when it is here, the area will be more than 0.05. Therefore, when the p-value is more than 0.05, I fail to reject the null. I fail to reject the null. That means I accept the null, right? Fail to reject means accept the null. Here, I am rejecting the null. Here, I am failing to reject the null. That means I am accepting the null. Whatever is convenient to you, you can remember that way. But when you make the statement, fail to reject, you can write. When you are accepting, you can say fail to reject. Both are same, no? Two negatives make positive. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
Now, this region, no, this value, this 0.05 fixes this value. This table value is fixed by this. Now, 0.05 that you are fixing. Suppose you want to have 99% confidence, then what will happen is this table value will differ. This table value will differ for different cases. Now, I can compare with the table value and then take a decision. My test value is less than table value, I fail to reject. My test value is more than the table value, I reject the null, right? Here I fail to reject the null, here I reject the null. Either way you can do it, but when I say p-value, you always compare with only the value 0.05. Once we have fixed 95% confidence level, we are going to compare with only 0.05. When you're going to fix the confidence level for 99, you are going to compare with only 0.01. Therefore, irrespective of the test you do, right, we are going to compare only with the value 0.05 because we have fixed alpha 0.05 forever. Whereas t-table will keep on varying. Therefore, it will be difficult for me to every time. No, I have to make a reference point, different reference point. Whereas here, I am making the reference point as 0.05, whatever be the table value. Clear? Therefore, p-value is a better comparison. Any test that p-value is more or less. P-value is more or less here. Here, p-value is less or more? Tell me in this case.
p-value is
No, I will first of all, p-value is more or less here.
Is there more, sir?
more, sir.
Very good. That's all. Now here, p-value is
Less,
Yes.
less.
that's all. So you see this line, test value, and then you can see the area. Now hypothesis decision. If p-value is greater than or equal to alpha, please note that equal to sign also remember fail to reject. If it is less than alpha, reject. Right? So greater than alpha means even at this point, I am accepting. Even at this 0.05, I am accepting. Only if it is less than 0.05, I reject. Okay. So take this important thing. Now, all these things are, this is what I said. I am now here. Tell me your common sense. This is, suppose I want to say one is population, one is group. Which one is population? Black one or the green one?
Green one, sir.
Green.
Which one is sample?
Green one is sample, sir. Black one is.
Oh, change the answer. You can change the answer. No problem. Right?
Black one, sir.
That's all. You are taking a sample and then say whether it belongs to this population. If it is going outside, it is not belonging to this population. That's all. Here, what I am doing is I am having two groups. Yes or no?
Yes,
I am having two samples and then see that whether they belong to the same population or if one is going out or both of them are going out, they are different. Okay? Clear? Understood?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
This is one sample test or two sample test.
One
sample.
One sample
That's all.
test.
This is one sample test or two sample test.
Two sample test.
Very good. That's all. What more you want? I say you've done very well. Right. Now here, this one let me not teach you now here because this is going to be for black belt. I will keep it for you. Now this is very important, very essential. Now tell me, what test you will use for this? This is a population. This is a group. I'm comparing the proportion. What test you will use?
The proportion test.
Very good. Is that test called one proportion
Test.
test? Right. Okay, only one proportion I'm taking it. Right. And then this one. This one,
The population.
yeah, very good.
This-
Proportion test, not
T-
proportion
T-
test.
T-test.
T-test. T-test.
Proportion
Yes, sir.
T-test. Z-test can I use?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes. Z-test also can use. If I know about the population standard deviation, Z-test is the most accurate. If I do not know about the population standard deviation, I'll go for a T-test. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay? Understood?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now I'm going to go for the two tests are over. Now we will go for this here. Now I'm going to have group 1 and group 2. I'm going to compare the proportions. What test I can use?
Proportion test.
That's
Two
all.
proportion
That is
test.
Z test again. This is two proportion test or one proportion
Yes,
test?
sir.
Two
That's all. Now here I'm having three groups. I'm going to compare the proportions. What test I'm going to use?
IT square.
Chi-test. That's all.
Yeah,
Chi-square
test.
test. Very good. Is a test, chi-square test. Here I cannot use T-test for proportion, right? Two groups, T-test only cannot be used. Only for me.
Yes, sir.
Now tell me, now all the answers are correct. Now you are going to have only two more questions. Now I'm going to compare the averages, group 1 and group 2. This is two sample test or one sample test? One sample test.
Two sample test.
Two
This is
sample
the
tests.
T-test or proportion test? T-test. Is that?
Proportion test.
Proportion test means Z test. So T-test because mean is average. And then here I'm going to have three means for three groups. Now I'm going to compare the mean values of three groups. What is the test I'm going to use?
Nova test.
Nova test.
ANOVA. That's all.
ANOVA,
These
ANOVA.
are all the 7 tests that we are going to do. And then what I'm going to do is here there are three groups. And then there are two averages. There are two performance. One is strength, another is cost. Strength, cost, strength, cost. In that case, I'm going to use ANOVA. We will do it in black belt. I'm sure you will come and join me, and then I will teach you there. Okay. Now, hope you have understood all the tests, right?
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Now we are going to do the test, right? Now we are going to do the test one by one. Clear? And before that, I also want to know the data. What data you will be using there, right? Okay.
Sure.
We'll go there. I will share the screen.